Hello guys, it's DeadMailMUA, also known as Dani, back with another video on my channel, which has been a really long time ago since I've actually uploaded a makeup video. So here I am. I'm gonna do a cute anti-haul. Anti-haul? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, that's basically the idea for today's video, and I'm just gonna talk a bit about brands which I will not be buying this collection from, which has recently launched or announced. For my eyeshadow, which is really pretty gold and red and browns, I've used the Soph X Revolution palette, which as you can see has been pretty well used for my Revolution palette collection. For my bronzer, I've used the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in One Fair Pale, because I am a ghost. Tried using the Shine Makeup Contour Stick in Espresso, but that wasn't such a success. As you can see, it left really harsh lines, and it just didn't want to blend out. And for my lips today, I've used my Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Milan, or Milan. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's this gorgeous deep red from Ofra. Let's get into the video. The first collection, which I will not be buying, is the Animal Crossing X Colourpop collection, purely because I feel like this collection is too simple. They could have done more. Three shimmer shades and one matte shade in an eyeshadow palette is not it. Even though it's a sequin shade, it's like kind of like a matte. It functions like a matte if you've never used one. I feel like the palettes are still repeat shades from bigger palettes, like the green palette from this collection. I'll put images up here. It's basically like a repeat of Just My Luck or the Mint palette, Mint to Be. I must say, the blushes are marvelous. I love me a good peach blush. So the peach blush is really drawing to me, but no, I already have many peach blushes. I'm a peach blush kind of guy. For the rest of the collection is pretty decent, but I just don't feel like it's gonna draw me in. And I'm gonna be creative with it. I think there are gonna be really basic looks if I use this palette, which is not my vibe, even though I got a natural eye on right now. Let's move on to the next one now, because I will not be purchasing this palette or collection, or it's just too repetitive from Colourpop for me. So on to the next. Next collection, which I will not be purchasing, is the e.l.f. Cosmetics X, how's it called? Chipotle collection. First of all, we don't have a Chipotle in the Netherlands. At least I think. I've never been to one, so I have no idea what Chipotle really is like. It's cute for collectors, but it's not really like a combination, nor... I love e.l.f., but I will not be purchasing the e.l.f. Cosmetics X Chipotle collection for the pure reason that we don't have a Chipotle in the Netherlands, or at least I think we don't. And I think this is really like a collector's item for people who like Chipotle, and that wouldn't be me, because I have never tried Chipotle, so I am not interested in the palette. It's a cute color story, and the lip gloss, it's cute, it's bright red. I love me a red lip, obviously. That was e.l.f. It's a really petty reason why I don't want it, but yeah, basically that's the reason. Next collection I will not be purchasing is the Melt Cosmetics Blush Lights launch. The concepts of blush lights really speaks to me, because they're like a glowy blush, which would kind of like recreate what I have here, except it's all one color instead of a blush and a highlighter. I have no idea how these would work. They do interest me, but they just kind of like scare me off, because I like to have a highlighter instead of a glowy cheek. And from what I can see, they're really blush shades, because they're called blush lighters, obviously. But if it completely replaces the highlighter in your routine, I don't think I would like this. But I must say the collection and the concept is really cute. I just wish they had like a light pink shade, which like a really light pink shade, which is basically like a pink highlighter. Because that'd be cute for a blush lighter, but from what I can see, they're all pretty dark shades. I don't know how they apply. I haven't seen a video on it yet, but they seem dark. So that's the reason I will not be purchasing the blush lighters from Melt Cosmetics. Let's move on to the next one, which is pretty boring. It's a really boring collection. The next collection I will not be purchasing is the Nars Cosmetics Summer Launch. I love me some bronze and shadows and some nudes and some pretty shimmers, as you can see, but this collection is a little too basic. It's a little bit too basic, to the point where it's not even basic, it's just boring. It's limited edition, which is probably because it's boring, and limited edition draws in people who are just collectors like me. But as someone who is trying to be a smart consumer, I will not be purchasing this. There is no other reason. Like, look at the palette. It's 2 mattes and the other 7 are shimmers, and the shimmers aren't even that revolutionary cute. I really do like the pinks though. The 2 pinks on the right bottom, they're cute. The rest of the palette is just basic shimmers and basic 2 mattes, which is not enough mattes in a palette. Then you have the rich bronzer with golden tones. It is cute, not my cup of tea either. They could be really good products for all I know, but they're just too basic for me. For the exact same reason, I am not purchasing the Too Faced Teddy Bear collection. It's like this really basic, basic eyeshadow palette, and the shimmers aren't even that cute. Like, literally, this is a basic palette for people who wear 1 shimmer on their eyes and call it a day. That's not me. So yeah, this palette doesn't interest me. The lip gloss doesn't, wait, it's a lip injection, which is like basically their plumping lip glosses, but from the reviews I've seen of the lip injections, they're not that plumping. They're just a gloss with a little bit of burn to your lips for plumping, which isn't really plumping. Then they have a bronzer, which is actually kind of cute. But again, no thank you. Sorry, Too Faced, but no. I will not be purchasing is the Sephora X Coach collection, which I saw Jackie Aina use, and it was gorgeous. But I feel like they're not worth the price point. But these palettes are $40 a piece, and you got 6 shades, which is barely worth it, considering you can get a Morphe palette for $20 and it has 18 shades, I believe. So price considerate. I would prefer a Morphe palette, even though this packaging of the Coach X Sephora collection is so cute and to die for. And are 6 shades really worth your coin? Because they're not for me. The brush set, which is really cute again, but it's $70, which is around 65 euros. I just assume. It's not worth it either, because I have all these brushes and they cost me no more than $20, 20 euros in total. So yeah, you can have great brush sets and not be broke. They're just collector's items again, because they're a collab. I don't feel like anyone would actually purchase them if they're not a Coach fan. I must say the favorite palette for me in this collection would be the Sharky eyeshadow palette, which is this really cute shark palette, obviously. We're going through these at a steam rate, actually. Then we have another food themed collection again, and guess from who? Colourpop. This is the Lemoncello Collection. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's actually a pretty decently unique palette. I don't think I've seen this before, or at least this composition before from Colourpop. The palette is the only thing in the collection that speaks to me. The lippy sticks don't speak to me. The sticks, blush sticks, they don't speak. Then you have the highlighters, which are just too yellow for my pale ass. They might look good on other people, but yeah, this collection is just another food themed collection, and it's becoming a bore. I am looking for new things in my collection, which would not include food. Can you really blame me? These food collection has been going on for a good year now, and they're getting boring. Fruits, I've seen them all on palettes, on collections. Not into it. And again, Colourpop has better releases with yellows. Not to say I don't love Colourpop, I have a lot of their stuff back on the shelf here. This collection is a no. On to the next one, I suppose. This will be the last one because I feel like I have a really long video now. So, plot twist, I'm gonna end the video with a palette which I do actually want. With a collection I do actually want. This is the Morphe x Avani collection. I need this in my collection. I need it on my shelf here with the Morphes. I just need it. It's the Morphe x Avani collection. You probably could have guessed it the second I've mentioned Morphe, because this collection is really hyped on the internet. As far as I know, this palette is the absolutely most brilliant idea of a Morphe palette I have seen in a while. The cake liners at the bottom in a palette, in an eyeshadow palette, I have not seen that before besides from Suva, but those are like actually cake liner palettes instead of a mixture. And I am curious as fuck to the cake liners. I am actually mind blown by this collection. It is so smart of them to collab with Avani, which has like a really big fan base on TikTok right now. And it's an actual TikToker who does makeup. Whoa. So I know I've talked like bad about some of the newer collections that are coming out because they're a little bit boring to me. But that doesn't mean they're bad. By any means, get them in your collection for all I care. These are just too boring to me to get, and that's the tea. But the Avani, I need it. So that was today's video. Hope you enjoyed. I want to do more makeup videos on this channel actually. So that's gonna be a hype, but I hope this video was entertaining because it was not supposed to be educational at all. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys in my next videos.